Okay. I believe we have the PowerPool team on the call. Are you all ready to go?
Yep. Nice to meet you guys.
All right.
Happy to meet the Gnosis Chain Validators community finally. So, hello to everyone.
Thank you so much for making the time, and we will kick it over to you. You can share your screen and do a demo. So thanks so much.
Yep. So there will be two of us presenting today. It will be me. I will make a short intro to PowerPool, what PowerPool is, and why it could be used by Gnosis Chain validators, and what's the interest for the validators in this project. And the second person will provide a little bit more technical details with all the links and some like small guides where to join and how to install the Keeper node if you are a validator and want to run a Keeper node, in case if you want, of course. So let's start with that. Yeah, so PowerPool is an automation network. What does it mean? It means that, like in generally, smart contracts they can execute themselves. What means that somebody needs to execute contracts all the time, right? So if you want to make transaction, you make this transaction yourself. But what if you have some, product or like simple strategy that need to be automated, like according to some conditions, and you don't want to do everything manually, so you need to make an automation bot for that, some type of script that will, assign transactions according to some conditions on chain. So, and what PowerPool does, PowerPool provides a service to everyone to use the network of Keeper bots, Keeper nodes that sign transactions for users according to various strategies that these users can implement there. So, and the examples and use cases, they include, for example, limit orders, use arbitrary position management, some rewards claiming, compounding, vaults, liquidation protection, and almost everything which is related to DeFi or some rewards, some risk management, etc. So, and yeah, we think that Web3 future is automated, so it means that in the future, the majority of transactions that are like submitted on chain will be submitted by some kind of automation networks, which will make these actions on behalf of users. And users can be protocols and DAOs, of course. So before, everybody did everything manually. Now some users do something manually. Some users do some stuff, automatically using some protocols that automate some actions for them. Some users using account abstraction feature that also provides some option to automate something for users. The Gnosis Pay is a quite good example of such product that uses automation, of course. So, and yeah, in the future, we think that the future of Web3 will be fully automated. And I discussed this also with Stephen George, and he also said that his vision correlates with this idea, and he thinks that probably the Gnosis Chain will be the most automated chain on the Web3 landscape, because the cheaper are the fees, the more is options to automate something. Because if you want to, for example, manage some position and you need to make some a lot of automatically executed transactions, and you need to pay for gas for every of them, of course you will prefer the chain where the gas is really very cheap. So, and this is why the Ethereum is a big market for automation, but not so extensively used probably. And Gnosis Chain is a perfect fit for that. And also some rollups that are built on Gnosis Chain and some other ones. Yeah, but the vision is that in the future it will be automated. So in PowerPool we built a lot of DeFi in past, made some significant contribution to some DeFi protocols like Balancer, etc. And after several years of research and building products, we understood that the automation is quite big thing, and it is not developed in a perfect way. And the perfect way means that the network should be decentralized, permissionless, so users should be able to launch nodes in permissionless manner, have some stakes that protect nodes for some malicious behavior. Also, tasks should be distributed randomly to these keepers according to the stakes, etc. So we build this network. So now it works as demonstrated on this picture. So there is a contract. Users can submit jobs there. So it means that you, as a user, you can submit your job, for example, a simple job to claim some validators rewards, and we will show the example of such a job a little bit later. So there is a signer set. So signer set is a keeper nodes which are launched by some users, mainly Gnosis Chain validators. So it means that, for example, if you have an RPC, you can easily run a keeper node. If you use dep node, it's very simple because we integrated with dep node from day one. So we have a PowerPool in the dep node. We also will provide all the instructions. If you're running your Gnosis Chain validator not with dep node, but like a standalone validator, it's also not an issue. So you can easily launch it, and using your RPC for getting all the events from the node and participate in the signer set. So if you are in a signer set, you can execute jobs, and if the network will select you to execute a job based on the random keeper selection, and you will get the task to be executed. You execute this task as a keeper, and you receive the gas compensation plus some fee on top of that, and all of this is paid, of course, in XDAI. So we will also share some statistics because at this moment we have more than 100 keepers running in Gnosis Chain network, so all of them earning XDAI, and also some additional rewards that you provide. You provide also CVP tokens, which are traded on Binance and some other big exchanges, so they're pretty liquid. It's like an liquidity incentives for the keepers. So regarding jobs, I will make a quite short intro and pass the mic to the technical information. So using PowerPool, you can automate jobs that should be regularly executed. It means that, for example, every 12 hours, claim the rewards, or every midnight transfer tokens to some address. So it can be any of it, anything that is executed every delta T, some amount of time. So, for example, it can be DCA strategy, buying some token or selling some token continuously. And the second type of job is a job with a resolver. It means that this job could have complex on-chain logical conditions. For example, if price of Ethereum is below 2K, buy some amount of Ethereum on the IMM executing the swap exact amount in method or something like that. So you can do it even much more complex if you want. So it means that you can literally automate anything you want on chain using the resolver type of a job. So we also will provide some examples on this point. But yeah, of course, this meetup is focused mainly on validators and not on the some Solidity developers. Probably, I'm just sharing that what the network can do. And as a keeper node hoster, you will execute these jobs and receive gas compensation and some execution fee, and also token airdrops every week. So this is how it works. So yeah. This is a slide about the compensation. So now all the keepers are assigned to the task equally based on the random keeper selection. So it means that your stake doesn't affect the probability to be selected, but at the same time, stake affect the reward, because the bigger is your stake, the bigger is the stake multiplier. So it means that the bigger is your stake, the bigger is your responsibility as a keeper node for executing, the more rewards you can get from it. And at the same time, for the job owner, the bigger is the stake of the keeper who executes his task, the bigger is the responsibility of the keeper. So if your keeper will miss the job execution or fail according to some reasons, no matter what, for example, the RPC fail or some internet connection fail or something else, other keepers can slash your keeper and take part of his tokens as a penalty. So it means that you will lose part of the stake, and other keeper will gain this part of the stake. The good piece of news is that at this moment, all tokens are test tokens. So it means that you will get these tokens for free. So you don't need to buy anything, of course. You stake the free tokens, and if you get slashed, you will lose tokens that worth 0. So you don't lose anything. So this is like a final, like a testnet-like stage. And in the nearest future, what we plan to drop the real CP tokens that have value. I mean, the real tokens to all keepers who will participate and continuously participate in the testnet, and you will stake them and like play this game with the real tokens. So, and like for the current stage, we use test tokens to avoid all the issues. For example, you configured your keeper in not correct way or something else. So to avoid some financial losses for users who are not experienced in running a keeper nodes. So this is the only reason why we use test tokens, but as I said before, all the rewards are in XDAI and in the real CP tokens that you drop to Ethereum mainnet, and you can sell them in Uniswap or some centralized exchange if you want. Yeah. So yeah, this is my part of the intro. So just a logical introduction. So what we are doing and why it matters for validators. So for validator, it's just a new source of income because the running of the keeper node is not resource consuming. It's quite easy. You're getting all the test tokens for free, so you don't need to buy a stake, and you just need to plug your node, stake the test tokens, and start executing jobs and receiving some XDAI as a reward and some token airdrops every week. That's it. So, and I want to invite my colleague to the stage.
Hello, everybody. I'm very sorry that I can't share the presentation right now, share my screen. But my talk will be very simple, as simple actually as launching the Power Agent node. So, as Vasily mentioned, there are three crucial parts, like the agent, the contract itself, which manages the state of the network, the keeper, which is a standalone node application written in TypeScript. It distributed as a standalone or as a Docker container or as a DepNode package. And the job, which is an entry in the contract, which describes the target of automation. And as the Gnosis validators, you already have like the Gnosis RPC. So what this bot basically does, it subscribes to the events from the agent contract. So it uses like your RPC as a source of data, subscribes to the events, and acts accordingly. Like if a new job is added, the keeper node also adds it to its memory. If, for example, job owner changes, the same story. So, and for interval tasks, the node sets the timer, and when the timer ticks, it tries to execute the transaction. And for resolver tasks, actually, a resolver is a function. It may be like in a separate contract, or it may be in the target contract which you want to automate. And this function must return either true or false with some call data optionally. And the keeper node executes this function virtually every block. And as soon as this function returns true, the keeper sends the execution transaction. Yeah, so as for installation, all you have to do is to install the software. As I said, it's a TypeScript application, and actually it can run even on a toaster if this toaster has at least 2 gigabytes of RAM and 2 gigabytes of SSD storage. That's all it needs. And you have to register in the agent contract. So for this node, you create a separate blockchain address, an empty blockchain address. You'll top it up with some XDAI for gas spendings. 1 second. You top it up with some XDAI for gas savings, for gas spendings, and you register it in the agent contract. So that's it. When you have registered it, you launch the software, and you also send a final activation transaction. And that's actually it. And for the links, I'll send all the links in the chat. And for example, what you can do, like what you can automate with Power Agent right now, even using the testnet. So like using the testnet, you can actually do all things that are meant to be done in real network. So basically, you can claim validator rewards. Actually, we have a Gnosis tester who already wrote his own smart contract to claim the rewards, and he already automated this task using our network. And he wrote a post on Hack My Day. I will send also the links. As the most complex scenario which we came up with, we invented like a DCA strategy with automatic swap and lending and staking and liquidation protection. So this all is done with two jobs: one interval job to buy Ethereum every like some interval, and one resolver job which checks your lending position, claims your rewards, unstakes and adds collateral if the health factor drops. This job is also presented in our GitHub with sample jobs. I'll also send a link after I finish the talk. So I think that's it basically.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. And are there any like upcoming talks or events or any community events that you'd like to point us towards?
I think so. So the main event which is going on now is that that we are onboarding more validators from Gnosis Chain network, but at the same time, so we will share this rewards claiming job. It's like a smart contract factory, so you can easily run your own one, and we also invite everybody to test this automatic, rewards claiming, which I will share as a link. So, and we will provide some token airdrop for that as well. So, yeah. Additionally to the regular weekly airdrop, so it's like a community testing of job separation because we want to load the network with more jobs. So yeah, we are interested in new keepers, which are validators, is a perfect fit as I said before, and some job owners. So yeah, mainly this is the like main event. I think for now, yeah. So if there will be more announcements, we will say.
Awesome. And I just want to plug the Gnosis Chain weekly newsletter. Do that right there if you're not a subscriber.
Yeah,
Please
I
jump in
will.
there.
I will add. Yeah, I will add. Yeah.
Awesome.